So this video is kind of terrifying to make, but if you haven't figured it out, I'm more terrified by not telling my story, which is why I've chosen to tell it for 3 years. It's not to get rich, it's not to make money, it's to stay alive. But in the end, I'm going to have to make some money because it's cost me a lot of money running from the mob. Maybe that'll be the name of the book. I think somebody already has that one. Listen, and Mr. Perkins, in my old neighborhood of Suncrest Edition, Mr. Perkins, who's pushing 80 himself and who's known me my whole life, knows all about this story and that it's true. A month or so ago, maybe 2 months, all these Turkish news media personalities with millions and millions of followers started following me. Maybe not even a month. I think it was before I got to Colorado, and it was overwhelming. Last year, a bunch of Arab and Jewish organizations started following me, and I got really freaked out. This was like a year ago. Keep in mind, Mr. Perkins lent me almost $500, which I paid him back, because this man at 80 years old, very conservative and religious, fully understood that I needed my medical cannabis, and he respected it very much. I'm very grateful to him and Linda for that. I really am, because I wouldn't have survived without his help. And that's the bottom line. So thank you, Dwayne Perkins. And Mr. Perkins, you'll remember how I freaked out about all this international stuff, and look what's happening now. I used to call Mr. Perkins freaking out about all these global people following me on Twitter, and he was very compassionate. I mean, he was very compassionate every time, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that as I'm sitting here and thinking about all that Mr. Perkins did for me, and my brother said some nasty things about him. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Perkins. This whole thing with Turkey, you know, there's a missing journalist from Turkey. He went to Saudi Arabia, and now he's missing, so I guess I'll just cut to the punch. This is really weird and terrifying. I know I'm protected. I just try to carry along like nothing's wrong. You know, what else can you do, right? There's nothing else you can do. Have a good day.